Take a slow breath in and let it out. Allow your shoulders to drop and your body to settle. Now picture this clearly. You are a product manager. You need engineering to prioritize your most critical feature. You share the data and explain the urgency. The engineering lead listens and then says, "Yeah, we'll get to it after the infrastructure work." You know what that means? Not now. Possibly not ever. You leave the conversation without authority, without leverage, and with only hope that it somehow works out. Now picture another situation. Sales commits to a feature delivery date with a customer. They did not ask you. They did not check the roadmap. You get pulled into the follow-up call explaining that the commitment cannot be met. Sales pushes back and says, "We need to close deals, you need to be flexible." You hang up feeling frustrated and powerless. Pause here. What is actually happening is not a failure of logic. You are explaining why something matters. You are sharing data. You are making reasonable arguments. But logic alone rarely creates movement when you do not have direct authority. Now imagine a different approach. You speak with the same engineering lead again. Instead of pushing your case, you say, "I really value your expertise. Can you walk me through how you are thinking about the roadmap right now?" Given your constraints, what feels like the smartest way to solve this customer problem without disrupting your priorities? You did not argue. You invited them into the solution. Notice the shift. Instead of saying, "We need to prioritize this feature," you say, "Help me understand your perspective given what your team is focused on. How might we approach this without putting your roadmap at risk?" You are no longer competing for control, you are building alignment. You take a moment to acknowledge their reality. I can see why infrastructure work is critical right now. Anyone dealing with that level of technical debt would make the same call. Then you ask a question that opens collaboration. What would be most helpful for you in this situation? And what would be easiest for me to provide? Now consider how you approach sales. Instead of saying, "Stop committing to things without checking," you say, "I want to help you close deals more easily. What information would help you commit with confidence earlier in the process?" You are solving their problem, not correcting their behavior. Then you make collaboration easy. What if you give me 48 hours notice before committing to custom features? I will respond within 4 hours, and I will give you 3 pre-approved options you can promise immediately. Conflict turns into partnership. Now think about marketing. Customers are confused by messaging. Instead of saying your messaging is wrong, you say, "I am seeing something in the data that may be affecting conversion. Customers seem confused about this point. Can we look at it together?" You are investigating, not blaming. There are phrases that consistently build influence. To create urgency, you say, "I am concerned we may miss the window. Help me understand how you are thinking about timing." To understand barriers, you ask, "What would need to change for this to feel workable for your team?" To find alignment, you ask, "How do we make this work for everyone involved?" To confirm understanding, you say, "It sounds like timing is the main constraint, is that right?" Notice what you are actually doing. You are not manipulating. You are understanding their world first. Now picture the engineering lead again. You want feature X. They want infrastructure Y. Instead of framing it as a conflict, you say, "I understand why infrastructure matters for your team's velocity. Feature X impacts our Q3 revenue. Both matter. If you had to sequence this, what would you prioritize first and why?" You give them ownership. Ownership creates commitment. Now picture the sales deadline crisis again. Instead of saying that is impossible, you say, I want to help you deliver. Here is what we can do in 4 weeks, and here is what we can do in 8, what matters most to the customer. Let's define the minimum that makes them successful. You move from defense to problem solving. This is the influence pattern. First, you build trust by valuing their perspectives. Second, you understand what success looks like for their team. Third, you find the overlap where both of you win. Fourth, you make the next step easy and specific. Now picture yourself 3 months from now. Engineering prioritizes your features not because you force them, but because they help shape the decision. Sales checks with you early not because you demanded it, but because you made their job easier. Marketing collaborates naturally because you frame problems in a way that help them succeed. Take one slow breath in and let it out. Influence does not come from authority, Al.